Hello there, so today I'm going to talk to you about something called Diastasis Recti, which is a big long name meaning separation of the abdominals. This typically happens in the later stages of pregnancy, and indeed some people now say that all ladies in that later stage of pregnancy in particular will experience some degree of separation of the abdominals. The part of the abdominals that we're talking about here is the uppermost layer, the rectus abdomini, or your six-pack. We've all got one under there somewhere, and that muscle is in two halves with connective tissue joining those two halves together. Now that connective tissue down the middle runs all the way down the front of your abdomen here, and as your abdomen expands to make room for the baby, those two halves can separate a little bit. And that's all fine, that's a natural part of pregnancy. What we want to make sure after you've had your baby is that those two halves of the muscle are coming back together, so that connective tissue is moving back to a more natural line, but also that you're able to create tension along the length of that line. Now that's important for a number of reasons, to make sure that you can regain that core strength and stability, and I mean all the way around your torso, but also it can help to make sure you don't suffer from things such as low back pain, any pelvic pain, but also that kind of bulgy or puffy out tummy when you cough, sneeze, or do something like perhaps picking up your baby or your child. So there are lots of good reasons to get this checked. You can get it checked by someone such as your doctor or a qualified coach such as myself. You can also learn to do it yourself. It can be measured by any number of tapes or gadgets. The way I will show you in a subsequent video is just using your fingers. Now you can start to do this check from about 2 weeks after you've had your baby, and it's worth doing however your baby was delivered, so whether it was a vaginal birth or whether you had a C-section, this check is relevant for everybody. And as I say, then check it regularly, and so that if you do have any separation or you're not able to gain that tension through the midline, you're keeping a record on how it's progressing, and you can take steps to address that, to bring that separation back together, but importantly, as I say, make sure you're able to create tension along that midline. Okay, so that's what diastasis recti is. In the next video, I'll show you how to measure it.